XR5 action again. I'm wrapped with this thing. I've done a few Ks in it now. So it's all good now, drives well, it's all happening. So I'm very happy about that. So our next step now will be, so I've ordered a rear spoiler lip. I've ordered some decals in white. So I've got the door ones and there's a bonnet stripe, but I'm thinking I'm gonna get James to do a different one for the bonnet, which will sit on that lip there and that lip there, just to accentuate that little bit. I'm thinking that this cat has issues. This is Buddy, my new friend. Aren't you, mate? Oi! Oi! Say hello. Nah, doesn't talk because it's a cat. Righto. Because I'm getting old, I'm not going to drop at 50 mil. I'm going to do 30 mil lowered springs. So I'm going to order them in the next day or so. The back does sit up a fair bit, so I don't know whether to, I don't know. Do I order 50s for the rear because that's so high? I don't know. But anyway, worst case scenario, I've got to order extra ones. But tonight, what I'm going to start with is exhaust. So it's got the standard exhaust on it now. So what I'm going to do is sit the camera just here. And the cat will look after the camera, won't you, Buddy? Right, so that's there. I'm going to start her up and show you what it sounds like now, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Okay, so that's standard. Underneath the back, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will get this up in the air and I will show you what's underneath. So I'll show you what the big muffler box is. We processed some cars. Well, I processed some cars over the last couple of days. I pulled a couple of exhaust systems off, which gives me the bends I need. And yeah, I haven't ordered the tips yet, but I've got time tonight, so let's get it done. So I'm going to get it up in the air. I'll show you the box we're going to delete. And while it's cooling down, because I just drove this to Kingatow and back, I'll grab the other exhaust and we'll see what bends we've got and see if we can do it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so under here what we've got is, I'm not going to muck around with it too much. I don't want to spend too much money on this car. I just want to make it a bit nicer. So you've got a lot of oil on that. Why? There's be sump leaking again. It's a bit leaky. Alright, I don't know if I'll be driving this to Toowoomba now. I might have to order that sump, I think. It's a bit sketch driving around with that, but anyway, that doesn't matter. That's not what we're here for today. So, the dump pipe on this thing's pretty big. Like, can you see up in there? It's actually not too bad. This is not going to be any sort of horsepower hero. It comes through that muffler, which is alright. Through there into this stainless pipe into that muffler, which I'm going to leave, I think. And then up over the back cradle to here. So I'm going to chop it here and I'm going to get rid of this thing. And I'm hoping that'll liven it up enough. So I'm going to go and get our other bits of muffler, whether I cut it here or cut it up here. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but either way, it's going to end up coming out here and coming out here. I'll get some other tips for it. And yeah, just delete that big box at the back there. If that ends up not right, we may delete that muffler, but we'll play that by ear. It's still good. So, and it's an original Ford one. But anyway, righto, that's the plan. I'm gonna go out here and, well, sorry about the light. I'm gonna go out here and grab those bits of exhaust and then see what angles we've got. We'll make up some wires or something so I can see where I've got to cut. Don't know, we'll make something. I'm a tight ass, I don't want to spend any money. Let's go have a look. Alright, so this is what we're working with. It's out of a Falcon. It's got a redback muffler. Hopefully it gives us, yeah. So just here there's a slip joint which gives us the larger bit which goes over this. So if I chop that maybe there, I can use the slip joint there, so this back section will come off still. I don't know though. I'm just going to get some verniers and just check the outside diameter of both, make sure they're both the same. I'm pretty sure they're both 2.5 inch, and then try and work out the best way of doing it, whether I make up some sort of collector. I don't know. let's have a look. Measure it up, and I'll let you know what I discover. It's going to be exciting though. Making reasonable, I'll turn that off. No, I won't, because you'll need it. Reasonable, I've chopped up about 3 different exhaust systems. This is tacked on, that'll clean up, but yeah, to get me from there, it's going to come to here, back to here, and then loop back. That's basically how the other ones are made, the ones you buy. So next step is this piece. So I've just chopped that. That'll go on to there, like that. So I'm just going to chop that hole, weld it up, and that gets me along to there, and then I'll get some 90 degrees on the end. Extend that one, and out the back, and that's the piece that goes onto that flex joint. Hope that all makes sense, but anyway, chop this out now, and weld it up, and sit it in place. I don't think I'll get it finished tonight, but yeah, see how we go. Made some good progress. So I didn't film it, but I made this piece here, so that just is open in there to split it. I'll just tack that on there. I'll put that joint in there. That stays already done. And yeah, I had to order 2 bends, so I've got to add now onto my list of machines to buy as a mandrel exhaust bender, because this is going to come up a fair bit when I start doing exhausts. I do have tips coming to go on here, but that's pretty much center and pretty good. It's just loose on that connection there. But yeah, so now I've just got to extend a piece, because I couldn't get them made up around here. That'll sit in there, obviously. So to take that little bracket off, I've got to modify those brackets and add a piece on. And yeah, so I'm going to do that now, add a piece on there, too long, and then yeah, I might even add a piece on that's a slip joint if I've got one here, and that way I'll be able to adjust it easier. What do we got in amongst my pile of awesomeness? There, so there's a slip joint for a 2.5, so I might even just add that onto my piece, and it can slip over that one. Maybe it can slip over that. Anyway, I'll get that worked out. Oh, sorry you couldn't see, but slip over that. But yeah, righto, I'll get that little bracket off, and then yeah, hopefully that sounds better. A few more parts have turned up too, so the stereo for this has turned up. We'll fit that soon as well. Ordered the exhaust for the WRX yesterday, the clutch for the Mini. Yeah, there's a heap of parts coming. Lots of stuff getting done. So yeah, that's good. Righto. One muffler delete done. So that's that. I'm waiting on the exhaust tips to turn up, but it sits. I'm not real happy with how this side's sitting. I may have to just give it a slice when I get the tips and just give it an adjustment and weld. But yeah, so I've just got to bolt that now to that. I'll just put some ultra black on it and tighten them up. We'll be all set. So I've got a stay there to hold that end, and that one there comes back to here. This bumper bracket will reach again, whereas this one I've got to modify. But I'm happy. Built out of junk, so it cost me nothing. A couple of side corners, but that was 50, 60 bucks or something, but better than 550 bucks for what they wanted to delete that. Let's hope it gives it a bit more of a, yeah, let's see. Anyway, let's get it bolted up. It's going to dry in a second. I might, do I rush it, do it wet, or do I just wait? I don't know. Anyway, next step of the Focus is to replace that stereo with that one, which is an Android unit. It gives you the whole fascia and everything. So replace all that shitty looking carbon stuff. Goes in, comes with, to suit this car, and leads and stuff, and I think this one has even got a forward facing camera, which it does, which is that thing there. So yeah, pull this out, plug it in, put it in. Should be quick, should be easy. If I run into trouble, I'll let you know. Stereo's in, so yeah, it has heaps of different things, but you can YouTube, you know, these are pretty good, these things. They're pretty cheap too now. Haven't got it connected at the moment, but yeah, you can go through to your Bluetooth audio, which connects to your phone, and got me booked and that. So yeah, Stereo's good. There's a heap of different front screens, but with this one you can get your speedo on that, and yeah. Righto, so exhaust tips are done. I'm not real happy with them, but I'm not pissing about with it anymore. But I can hear that now. I'll here and give you a bit of a rev. In the car now, like, it's got a bit more sound, which is good. I'll do a couple of rollers now for you, and yeah, that'll be her. But I'm happy with this thing. I've still got to do fuel pressure regulator on the fuel rail. I've got it there, I just haven't had time, but we'll get to that. Still drives, just carries on a little bit every now and again. It'll break down on me, then I'll kick myself for not fixing it. And that is that. That's the XR5 for now. I've got to do that fuel pressure reg. I don't know if you want to watch doing that. But yeah, I'm going to do some decals and stuff on this, but the Liberty's getting detailed now. I'm going to start that at about 15 grand. I'll get open to offers. Got to do a bit of paint on the spoiler and on the front scoop. Other than that, a bit of brush touch, and that Liberty, the RS Liberty, up for sale. So that should be next week. It'll be up for sale. So yeah. See you.